boys and girls, and welcome to episode 274 of Sonic Boom TV. Is this the last episode of Sonic Boom TV? Well, the long answer is no. The short answer is that I will be taking a little bit of a hiatus. I mean, I've already been on one I don't even know when the last video came out, last month. But as I said before in some of my videos, that I was seeing a doctor to find out, if something was wrong with me. Thankfully, nothing much is wrong with me. I got a little bit of high blood pressure, but I did all the heart tests and all that stuff, and everything came back pretty good. So I'm just, trying to lower my blood pressure, which wasn't extremely high or anything. But, it was in the range where they look and say, wait, what? Kind of thing. But not really bad. So they can put me on a pill or whatever that I take every day. And I'm trying to cut out salts and things like that. And then, that's hard to do because everything has salt in it. And so I'm doing that and trying to lose weight. I've already lost like 24 pounds. I don't know if y'all can tell or not yet. But, did that. So with all that came, the bills were not so bad, the medical bills, and I was about to be able to probably maybe pay them off by next month, but the last test is going to cost me like $1,100, so I owe like $1,500, and that's going to take me a little while to pay off. I don't know how long. It could be, 3 or 4 months. It could be the next 6 or 8 months. I don't know. I got to see how things go. But the problem with that is I'm not buying any records or music if I can help it. I mean, it's going to take something, really just something I can't stand to live without for me to spend any money on anything besides those bills until they're paid off. Sorry, I could see my thing was off a little bit. Probably the whole thing's off, but whatever. So anyway, so this isn't the last episode, of course, but it's just going to be for now, and so I may start doing some themed shows like I had always wanted to do anyway. I don't know, but for now, I'm just saying that this is going to be the last one for a little while, and so I know, my fives of fans that watch all my shows probably miss it, but most of you guys probably won't even notice that I'm gone. So anyway, I've got a good amount of stuff that I've kind of gathered over the last month or so, that a lot of different kind of stuff too. So I'm just going to get right into it. First, I got my friends, Professor Fuzz 63. Oh, you can't see it. Professor Fuzz 63. They put out a new album, and I wanted to get some of their shirts again because my old shirts, all the necks blow out. I don't know what goes on with shirts in me, but this part just kind of like deteriorates, and it starts with holes right here usually, and then it just deteriorates, and so I had no t-shirts left, so I bought a new copy of this because they just did a printing of t-shirts. Oh, let's see how they do it. So I got that one. That's one of my favorite ones. And then I picked up 2 more of their other ones. The Whale is the funny song. That's Gladys. And then had to get the red one with the owl. These are available. I'm not sure the price. I think they're either 15 or 20. He gave me a little bit of a friendly, family and friends discount a little bit on it. So I don't know what the actual price was for everybody else. I think they're either 15 or 20. You can get them on there on Facebook. I think they're on Instagram. They're probably on Bandcamp. I don't know where the actual selling of the shirts goes on, but you can get those. So I bought those 3. And then I bought the new record. Oh, got a card in here. It is called. Well, let's hold on a second. Hold on a second. I want to make sure that's not a download card. No, that's not. It came new record. It's My Heart's Still Beating, But I'm Dead to You, and it's My Heart's is a 3 with a little greater than, less than symbol, whatever that is, and it's autographed by the band. We've got Sleepy Red, Mr. B, and Professor Fuzz right there, and this artwork was done by Sleepy Red. That's her real name, autograph. Very nice. Very cool little record. I'm pretty sure I have all the albums that they put out on vinyl, and I think I have everything that they've put out, including CDs. I mean, I don't have the CD for this one, but the earlier stuff that I don't have vinyl for, and this one looks dirty. I need to clean it. They picked up a lot of dust. We'll do some cleaning hopefully this weekend. But it came with a pylon sleeve as well. Really good album. It's fuzz rock, kind of lo-fi fuzz stuff. It's got White Gladys is the whale. But it's got some good stuff on it. I mean, I really was digging it. I listened to it like 3 or 4 times, and then they had a listening party on was it Instagram, or it was either Instagram or Facebook, and logged into that and watched, and they premiered the album and they played the whole thing on there, and then that's about it. I've listened to it including that, I listened to it like one more time after that, and so about 5 times. Still haven't really got that sit down and really like listen to it a bunch, but it just, I don't know, worried about my health, and I was not listening to music much. So got that. I got the t-shirts. With that, they sent me a sticker. Community organizer, because she's an orca. And then there's a little Professor Fuzz business card. If you look at that, you can get their addresses. If it shows, I don't know if it's going to show well. Put it like that. There we go. I think y'all can screenshot that or whatever you got to do. And then with the t-shirts, I got a couple more stickers and stuff. I got another one of those. That one, I have this one already somewhere. I don't think I stuck it on anything, but I've got it somewhere. And then we got the telephone one. If you know the band, the microphone is a red telephone. And they have patches of this too now that they just showed today. I think it was in. And then there's another business card with information. Oh, the lights killed the white paper. I don't know, guys. You can get the. There you go. Maybe pull it back some. Get something. So you get the gist of that. So that's it for the Professor Fuzz. They tour a lot too. They do these little tours. They pick a place to go, I guess, and travel around. I saw them about 2 years ago. I guess it is now, getting close to that anyway. So I don't know when they're coming back to New Orleans, but hopefully sometime in the near future. I'd like to check them out again and talk to my bud and all that good stuff. So we're gonna go into some CDs next, because I'm not exactly sure who I bought these from, but I got some pretty good deals, I think, and a couple mistakes that couldn't be avoided. This first one, I'm not sure if I bought it from the same person or not, but this is an album that I have bought 3 times now on CD, because I just can't remember the name of it or the cover for some reason. I don't know. But I have 3 copies now, and I paid like, I think $6 or $7 for this one, and I don't know why, but it's a Black 47. They are Fire. It's Fire of Freedom is the album. Now, you may remember Black 47 very briefly having two hits, and they're both on this in the early 90s. I guess it was probably around, I'll see if I can see a date on here, 92 or 93 maybe, because I remember seeing the video when I was in college. But those two singles were Funky K. Lee and Funky K. Lee and Maria's Wedding. And so those were hit songs. Now, the thing about this band, but I didn't find out till recently, because I always thought they were like an Irish band. But they're from Boston maybe, and apparently don't have much connection to real Irish people or something. I'm not sure the controversy about it, but they sound like they're an Irish band. I guess, I don't know, maybe they were faking it for views. I don't know. If they're from Boston, it makes sense. But anyway, so this album, it's got a couple of really great songs on it, and then the rest is So, and I have a couple of their albums, but I had an EP, and I might be able to grab it, that I really loved back in the day, and I really liked those songs. The hit songs were great, but I don't see it. But anyway, the Maria's Wedding, Funky K. Lee, James Connolly it's a political song, and I'm not too sure, what it is, but it's like a working man's kind of song, but it's a really good, catchy song, and I saw Dropkick Murphys actually cover that, which is crazy live. What's the other one? Black 47. There's a song named Black 47, and then the rest of this is kind of okay, not too great, not too bad, kind of stuff. But I own 3 copies of this, so I'm willing to trade this with someone if they need a Black 47 album. I mean, it's good, but I already got it. I don't know why I bought it again, but I'm gonna memorize this so I never buy it again. I bought it on Whatnot from somebody. I don't know if it's the same seller as the rest of this stuff, but I know I paid either 5 or 6, maybe 7 for it. I'm not sure. Maybe it was 7 with tax. I don't know. So the next one I got, I saw this guy doing a CD show, and he was doing some good stuff, like alternative rock stuff and 90s stuff and punk stuff. Not a lot of punk stuff, but some. And it was like a lot of stuff that I didn't have. And his prices were like $2, $3, $4, and $5 starts, I think they were. And I'm a little confused at what I paid for some of these. And I don't have he didn't send the receipt with it, so I don't know. But the first one was one I almost skipped. I did skip, actually, and then I told him to run it again because I just felt like it might be something good, and I still don't know. But it's a punk rock band from the 90s called Fat Tuesday, and this cover is similar to the Janis Joplin thing. It's a little cartoon. I'm not sure. It's called Calla Funeral, the name of this album. I have it. It's kind of sealed still. Somebody was selling it for $9.99, but I didn't pay. I think I paid $2 for it. I think. You can take it off right there. The Fat Tuesday. I don't know any of the tracks. I haven't listened to anything by them yet, but I think I like it. I could just tell by the way they look, the way the packaging looks. I think I'm gonna like it. Here's one that I'm surprised that I never bought before, and it's the only album that I think anybody really bought by this band. I want to see something. It's kind of got a little water spot on it. Messed up my lyrics. I knew something was up with it. This guy, I don't know if he packaged the stuff well or not. I mean, when I got the package, the box was just destroyed. The bottom half of the box was open almost completely. I don't know how nothing fell out. But 49 Blondes, Bigger, Better, Faster, More. This is the one that's got the big hit, What's Up on it. I have a few MP3s by this band, but I never did buy this. I don't know why. It was something that I really liked that song, but I didn't get it. And I think $4, I think, for that one. Next one is one that I seen it before, but it was always like banged up, like the used versions of it or whatever. But it's Jesus Jones, Liquidizer. Jesus Jones, the Doubt album was really great. And I don't have much by them. I think I have one other CD, but this is it's kind of alternative, kind of pop, like club music, sort of. Not really. I don't know how to explain this band. This is a weird band. I'm looking for Jesus Jones. Nope, I just had Doubt. I'll show you Doubt in case you want to remember. This one has Right Here, Right Now and International Bright Young Thing. But that's a good one too. So anyway, I figured I'd pick this up. I think it was $2, 2 or 3. The next one is one that I don't think I've heard this album, because I was buying some of their stuff back in the 80s and 90s, and then I had a girlfriend at the time, and she liked them, so she bought like 2 of their albums and said, "Don't buy these. I have them. We'll just listen to mine." And I don't know why I listened, because that doesn't matter to me if somebody else has it. I need to have it in my collection, right? So anyway, Tears for Fears, Elemental. I think this was $2. I don't recognize any songs on it, but Tears for Fears are either great or okay. And I don't know about this. I don't know anything on this one, I don't think. So we'll leave that up to when I listen to it. Then he had done these 2 deals, which were good deals. And the first one worked out really well. I got, for $3, I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 Billy Joel CDs. I think they're all sealed. We got, I don't know how you say that, KOHUEPT. I don't know what that is. It looks Russian. The name of it. It's a Best Value. If you can see that, still sealed. It'll be broken open this weekend for sure. Billy Joel, An Innocent Man. This one is open. This one has An Innocent Man, but Uptown Girl, Tell Her About It, and that's it. That's the hits. And we've got this one. I know I have on vinyl. Billy Joel's Glass Houses, still sealed. It's got an $11.99 sticker on it from some store. I don't know. This one, those are too small to read. I don't know what the hits are on that. Can't see it in this light. Then we've got The Stranger. I believe I have this one on vinyl as well. I'm not a huge Billy Joel fan. I like his hits. But this one has Moving Out, Just the Way You Are, Scenes from Italian Restaurant, Vienna, Only the Good Die Young, She's Always a Woman. That's loaded with hits. And then Billy Joel, Cold Spring Harbor. And that one, She's Got Away. And that's about it on that one. But I mostly have had his greatest hit stuff on CD, so I didn't really buy the albums too much. So now I've got 5 of them. It cost me $3 for those ones. So that was great. Now, then for $5, I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 Bare Naked Ladies CDs. Well, I got 6 Bare Naked Ladies CDs. So, as I said, this box was destroyed. All the CDs are in pretty good shape, and hardly any cases are cracked or whatever. A few, like one or two, have the little piece broken off on a corner or whatever, but for most off, they're all in great condition. Now, I needed some of the earlier Barenaked Ladies, and I didn't know what was in this thing. I just saw the one on the end and this one, the one I wanted, Gordon. No CD. I was like, did it fall out in the box, or did he not check it to see if it was in there? I don't know. But this is either the first or the second one. But it's got what does it have on it? I can't read this script writing in this light. I don't know, guys. Whatever's on there. But I know I've heard this CD before, and I like it. People love or hate Barenaked Ladies. I don't know. They're corny sometimes, but other times they're great. So it is what it is. Now, so I didn't have that one, so I missed out. And then I gotta check something right quick before I say what I want to say. Okay. So I just I wanted to get the early ones because I had some of the later ones, and I wanted to fill in some space. And the other one that I saw was Born on a Pirate Ship. This one is pretty good. I only heard this one or two times though. The full album. It's got The Old Apartment is on it, and Shoebox. So this is a good one. For the collection, because like I said, I needed it. So then we've got Maroon. This is Maroon, which is a newer one. Which I don't know anything about this one. This one could be. This picture of them is horrible. I get they're looking like some kind of weird boy band or something. But I don't know. So that one I know nothing about. Then we've got another one of the old ones. Maybe You Should Drive. And that one has Alternative Girlfriend. That was the hit for that one, Alternative Girlfriend. Then I got this one. I own this already. It's called Everything to Everyone. I have a special edition of this that I found in a used store not incredibly long ago, and I never listened to it yet. So I've got two of this one. So this one's for trade as well. Maybe, I guess. I don't know if something's different about it, then maybe not. But then we've got a promotional copy of Stunt, which is probably their biggest album. It's got 1 week. 1 week. That's the only hit on this, but I know this had more. It had to have more singles, but that one, 1 week is an amazing, fun song. Gotta love it. And then Rock Spectacle. I had this already, by the way, but I didn't have a promo copy, so I may keep that one. The Rock Spectacle, which is like another one that was real big, and this has Brian Wilson, who died today, or at least it was announced today. I don't know if it was today. What a Good Boy, The Old Apartment again. If I Had $1 Million. I don't know if this is like a greatest hits or something. It could be. I don't know, but I have that already too. So that was it for the CDs. Didn't pay too much. I'm just disappointed about the one that wasn't in there. Because that's the one I really was looking for, and it's gone. It's gone. Okay, so next up, going into some records now. I had an order in from my bud at Dead Broke Records. I thought he accidentally sent me the wrong record, but it was just a Spacer, which is an album I already have, but it doesn't have a record in it. But the Egghead album cover for Dumb Songs for Smart People. I love this album. It's so fun. But no record in it, so I would have paid him for it or send it back or whatever. And then he had some stickers, his new stickers, Dead Broke Records. Check them out. Dead Broke Records. Check them out. Got 2 of those. I got to get some more because I want to send some to some people. Then I bought an album for a punk rock band from the 90s that I remember the name, but I didn't remember anything about them. And I don't know if I knew any songs or not back then. And I couldn't remember. I don't think I have any MP3s or anything. But Doc Hopper, and it's Zigs, Yaws, and Zags. This is first time on vinyl. This is was the Dead Broke Records edition. There's some fun songs in here. She's a Cokehead is funny. Coffee Jerk, Bright Eyed and Bushy Tailed. Ceremony for a Fat Lip. Einstein married his cousin, The Easy Way Out. Ass Plant, Coaster, Crash Course in Sleeping Alone. Sometimes I Wish I Was a Ninja, Trouble Doggy Land, and Turtle Headin'. There are 2 bonus tracks on the vinyl that weren't on the CD. I think there is a black vinyl version of this that may or may not be put out by Dead Broke. But this is the what do they call it? Tangerine something? Tangerine Dream maybe color vinyl. And there's only 105 of these made. So we've got a insert with a van. It says the band's name and information and stuff like that. And we've got the lyrics with the Doc Hopper Van Halen style logo. Then we've got this inner sleeve that is like a brown paper bag. Funny. And then this record is nice looking. I think it's Tangerine Dream is the name what they're calling it. But you guys can see that. Got the label, nice label. And then we've got the Doc Hopper Van Halen on side B. Really good. I've listened to it 2 or 3 times. Really good stuff. I'm glad I decided to get it. I think it was either $26 or $28. I think they still have some left of this one. I really think there's a black version. He may have them. I don't know. I really didn't pay attention because I knew which one I wanted. And that's all I was looking for. And so I got it. Then I looked through his website a little bit and I found 2 records for $5 each, which was not a bad deal. This one is called The Elsinores Dreams of Youth. I have another one of their albums. I think this is the last one he had in stock. Because it said 0 after I bought it and I didn't think I was getting it. But Elsinores, they are kind of like an indie, not punk rock, but like an indie style alternative rock kind of band. Pretty good stuff. I've only got to listen to this one time, and I wasn't really paying attention, to be honest. But this one was one of those ones where you print on somebody else's album covers, and I kind of want to find out who the people on the inside of this are, because if you can look in there, I don't know if you can see it, but there's a band called the Cute Lepers, and it's called Can't Stand. Let me see the other side. Yeah, the Cute Lepers in the back, the front. I don't know. I want to find out who that is because I'm kind of interested in what that is too. But then they had Dead Tank Records information, talking about the album and stuff with Dead Broke. It must be a split because there's no Dead Broke logo on this, so it's probably just Dead Tank. A Dead Tank sticker. That's cool. I never heard of them before. Then there's a little booklet. These look like they definitely were hand printed as far as the cover goes. Like screen printed, I guess, because you can kind of feel the ink on it. Cool. This is my second record by them. The first one was good, and from what I heard, this one was good as well. I just really didn't get a chance to get into it. It's dusty. Picked up a lot of dust. We got a black label on that side and a triangle one on that side, the white. Interesting stuff. And then got one more from him, also for $5. He's got some good deals on his website. I mean, you know, they're bands that you just gonna, if you like punk rock music and alternative indie kind of stuff, he's got some cheap stuff on there that it's worth trying out, because I really haven't gone wrong with anything I found on there or through him. You know, this one a little different. This one is called Bad Blood Revival, tongue twisting tunes for tiny tots. This green is like paint; it's peeling off. It's some kind of paint, but I don't know how you did the words. Like, I don't know if there was a stencil or something, and I don't know what they did. But this picture, this photo is glued on, this photo. And then on the back, there's another photo that's glued on. It's a very close up of the band. At least two people in the band. But it's that picture just like drew me in. I was like, I want to know what this is. Now, this is also on somebody else's album cover. So let's look at that while we're at it, because I don't know who this is. But that's the inside, so I can pretend it's for this one. I don't know. It's United States Divorce Songs. Don't know who that is, on Rock Lock Records. So somehow he got other people's covers and they were able to do this. I don't know why they didn't glue it. Or maybe they did. It came apart. I don't know. But it seems like they would have glued it down. I don't know. Then we've got the record was on green vinyl with these labels with the, I guess it's the track names. Yeah. This side's got a little drawing on it. It's like a metallic silver on green. So very nice looking record. Get the dust off of it. And then we've got a sheet. If you want Bad Blood, you got it. Now we've got the track listing, some information and stuff like that. $5. I think they got more of those for sure. I'm not sure about the Elsinores, so if you go on there, he might or might not have it. I don't know. But I know they repressed a lot of stuff. So if there's something you're interested in, go in there and ask him, you know, or check him out on Facebook, Dead Broke Records, or Instagram or wherever, and just say, hey, Kevin Johnson, your best friend in the world, because he knows it's true, sent me, and tell him what you're looking for, and he could hook you up. If not, he can usually find stuff or tell you if there's, you know, another pressing or whatever coming, because I know some stuff just it runs out and they do a different color. It runs out and they do a different color. And most of his stuff doesn't have huge runs, so it's easily, they can run out easily on stuff like that one. The Doc Hopper was only 105 copies. There could be, you know, stuff that's only 50 copies, and then when that sells out, they might run another one or whatever the deal is they have with the band. So that's it for the Dead Broke stuff. I think most of what I got left, no, that's not true. I'm telling lies. I was going to say it comes from VC Vinyl, but no, it does not. Let me get the ones that do together, so I can rip through this when I get to them. Okay, so I had gotten my last RSD album, Record Store Day, that I was looking for. It took a while to come. It took almost a month after Record Store Day to get here, but Soul Asylum, live from the Grand Forks Prom, June 28, 1997. Oh, after the flood, I forgot. Live from the Grand Forks Prom. Legendary 1997 Prom Band show on 2 LPs, first time on vinyl. A spontaneous and fun set featuring tons of classics and covers. And it does have a ton of classics and covers. This is a really good... I mean, as far as live album goes, this is a really good live album. And it was $36.99 I ended up paying for that, which isn't too bad, you know, for a 2 LP on record store day. You know, but it's got a cover of School's Out from Alice Cooper, then Misery, Black Gold, See You Later, Without a Trace, Losing It, Somebody to Shove, Just Like Anyone, The Tracks of My Tears, Runaway Train, We Three, I Know, Sexual Healing, The Game, I Can See Clearly Now, Black Star, To Sir With Love, I think that's the one where the original singer, she comes out and sings with them, and the last track, my favorite song as a child, and I'm so glad that they covered this, Rhinestone Cowboy. Very, very good album. I was so glad to get this, guys. You just don't know. And that's a live album for me to say that is pretty rare. So we've got 2 records, cool band photos, on stage photos. I don't know if this was actually at that prom, but really cool. And then we've got some info on this side, more band photos at the bottom. And then with the track listing and such right there. I believe they're both black vinyl. I need to clean some records, guys. These are dirty. You know, both albums probably exactly the same, but I'll check to make sure. Soul Asylum was like my favorite, one of my favorite, I'm not gonna say my favorite, but one of my favorite 90s bands. And I knew people who liked them, kind of, but I never knew about anybody that was like really into them. Well, when those 90s albums hit, I was blown away by every one of them. So I have some of the earlier stuff now, and it's different. It's more punk. But that 90s alternative, kind of heavy alternative rock, they killed it. I loved every minute of it. There's like 3 or 4 albums in there, and the live one, my stuff. And I got some singles too on CD. But enough of that. Next up is a band that came out in 1991. It was the heyday of grunge starting to build up. I guess not the heyday, but the build up of grunge and the end of the glam metal stuff. And this band came out too late. They did several other albums, but this is the only one that they were ever really known for, and they weren't known very well for it. But when I saw it being released by Real Gone Music, I wanted to get it, and a couple of my friends that I talked to, Dan from Off the Charts got it. Probably Steve from Rock and Metal Invasion, I think he got it. I'm not sure if Keith from Attack from Down Under got it, but some other people that I know got it. And, you know, they kind of felt like the same way as me. You know, it was something that probably never thought anybody would ever see it, but it came out, and it's Tyketto. Talking too much, guys. Tyketto Don't Come Easy. It's first time on LP in the U.S. Arena Metal Magic from 1991 featuring Forever Young. Teal with white swirl pressing includes printed inner sleeve. So the cover art is kind of pixelated. I don't know if it was originally like that, but they got to do better on that kind of stuff. And we got these guys in the back looking all tough and stuff. Forever Young, great song. Seasons is a good song too. I can't see it. The rest they're not great. They're not bad, but they're not like, oh man, that's an awesome song. You know, I want to listen to that. They had their one minor hit, and then it was over. They didn't have enough momentum to keep going, and you know, keep doing, you know, hits kind of stuff. And if this would have came out 3 or 4 years earlier, they might have had 2 or 3 albums that picked up. I don't know. I don't have all those albums. I have some MP3s and stuff, but not everything. we've got the printed inner sleeve, which is nothing on that one really, some blurry something. And we've got that, which has no, it just has band info, liner notes, thank yous, stuff like that. And then the record itself looks nice though. It's pretty. It's a very pretty color. Oh, this video won't do it justice. It looks like a scratch right there, but that is just like white from the stuff, the coloring. And we've got. Yeah, I think this looks better in real life than it does on the screen. It's still kind of pretty, but these swirly things kind of look like smoke and stuff. It's pretty cool. I haven't seen what Dan's copy looks like. I wonder if he's got that same kind of stuff going on. I don't know. But I want to say this one was around 30, maybe a little more, doubtfully a little less. Maybe 28. I don't remember. It's been a while because I pre-ordered it and I forgot, and I've been having it a little while and just never got to show it. So Taiketo to go into my glam metal collection. I would get it. I mean, if I were, if you're into that kind of music, it's good. It's good enough. It's just not like a perfect 10 album. It's good to listen to. I don't think you'll hate it if you're into that kind of stuff. It's not one of those ones where like there's 5 or 6 hits that just blow you away. Then I got this one from the people across the lake. I wanted to buy more, but I kept getting outbid. But for some reason, Wine and Vinyl, I think they're called on Whatnot. Aerosmith, A Rock and a Hard Place, $2, and the record is in great condition. This one has Bitches Brew, Push Comes to Shove. I don't know if that was a single or not. It doesn't have, I think this is one that they had some, like these two guys right here, I don't think are original members. I'm not 100% sure of everybody in there. So maybe, wait, is that Joe Perry? That's not Joe Perry, is it? Doesn't look like him. I don't know. I think this one has different members. But we've got printed liner notes. Printed inner sleeve. That, whatever that is. I don't know if it says who these musicians are. Tom Hamilton, he's one of the guys. Jimmy Crespo, Joey Kramer, Steven Tyler, and Rick Doofy. So Stephen Perry didn't play on this, and somebody else. I can't remember all the names. Just the record is. It's dusty, a little dusty, but it's perfect. So $2. So, filling in my Aerosmith collection a little bit. I got a lot of their stuff now. My favorite Aerosmith is the 80s when they were still their hard rock stuff, but they kind of dabbled into the glam a little bit. And there was that, Permanent Vacation, Pump, and Get a Grip. Those 3 albums are my favorites. And I know a lot of people don't like that era because they changed their sound a little bit to fit in that, and they left their traditional hard rock, I guess you'd call it, behind a little bit. And then after that, they kind of started getting into like sappy pop kind of stuff, and I don't know, didn't jive with it too much. So the next group of albums, the last group of albums that I have here, is all from VC Vinyl, and this first one was one that I wanted because it completes the, what is the word for 5th album, like trilogy for 5th, whatever the word for 5th is. Their first 5 albums are the best, and this is Def Leppard, Adrenalize. A lot of people didn't like this album, but I do. I really like this album. I said Let's Get Rocked was kind of corny, and it had a corny video, but I still liked it, and I liked this whole album. And it was originally $29.99, but I got it for $20. So that's not too bad. It's got a little seam split right there. which I didn't know. It says made in Germany on the back. I didn't notice that before. But this is a good album. I mean, it's got Let's Get Rocked, Heaven Is, Make Love Like a Man. Dan from Off the Charts and I believe Steve from Rock and Metal Invasion both hate that song. I think it's fun. I like it. I mean, I don't know. I don't get why you wouldn't like it. White Lightning. That's about the Steve Clark who passed away before this album. Stand Up, Kick Love and Emotion. That's a little kind of ballady kind of song. Have You Ever Needed Someone So Bad? That is an extreme ballad song. I Want to Touch You and Tear It Down. So they had some hits on this. I mean, it still was, it wasn't Hysteria, it wasn't Pyromania or any of that stuff, but I like it. And it was, one of the two that I needed to complete that first five, on vinyl. And so I believe it's just black vinyl. Got a toilet seat with some no lyrics but information about something or other in the band photos. This one didn't have Vivian Campbell on it. This one had Phil Collen. It says all guitars except acoustic on Tonight. Cockney rhyming rap Make Love Like a Man. So I don't know who played the guitar on that song, but Vivian Campbell came after this, and I think Vivian Campbell destroyed Def Leppard. I think I just don't know what happened after that. It just never worked again. I think he was on the next album, but I like that label. But these records are so dusty. They picked up so much dust just sitting on in here without, because they're still staticky. Once I clean them, the static goes away, and I don't usually have that problem at all with dust anymore after that. A little bit, but it's just the static pulls everything. I got a dog and I got psoriasis, so there's always all kind of good stuff floating around in the air in this house. So I mentioned that I needed that one, but I also needed this one. And I've been trying to get it for a long time. Hysteria. Def Leppard's Hysteria. 2LP. I got this one for $12. It was $22 the bid, but I had $10 coupon or some reason I had $10 off. And so I got it for 12. And I was, every time I tried to get it, it was like $40, $50, $60. I don't know why. And, because you could probably buy this for $30 or so in the store. But people just kept bidding up. Even used copies, some of them might be OG copies. I don't know. But still, they were all going for ridiculous amounts. I was like, I'm never going to get this unless I go find it in a store. And I never saw it in the store, but I know it's out there. And so I just waited one day and I bid on it. And one person bid like at the same time as me. And so, because it started at 20, it went to 22, nobody bid again. And I was like, all right, I got $10 off. I'm getting it for 12. So this, as they say, was a banger. People don't like this album because of the it's overproduced or whatever. Doesn't matter. It's still a great album. I mean, it's great hard rock, heavy metal, glam, whatever you want to call it. Tons of hits on it. Printed in a sleeve. I'll tell you the hits in a minute. Printed in a sleeve. We got lyrics. Black vinyl. Hysteria. I remember like when this first came out, had it on cassette, had it on CD. I played it a million times. Such did the radio. But one of my favorite albums by them. it's hard to because they did change their style a little bit, and so you think about Pyromania and High and Dry, and those are great albums too, but they're a little different and they're not as produced as this. But this one just like blew them up. But they still play a lot of this stuff on the radio too, until to this day. But Gods of War, Don't Shoot Shotgun. I don't know which one's side one. Should have looked at that first. Doesn't matter. Gods of War, Don't Shoot Shotgun, Run Right, Hysteria, Excitable, Love and Affection. That was a single. Hysteria was a single. Gods of War was a single. What's the rest? Women, single. Rocket, single. Rocket is Dan from Off the Charts' favorite song in the world. Go to his channel and tell them that you want him to review Rocket, because he loves that song. Animal, another single. Love Bites, single. Pour Some Sugar on Me, the song that blew them up bigger than they ever could imagine. And Armageddon It. So Women, Rocket, Animal, Love Bites, Pour Some Sugar on Me, Armageddon It. Those were all singles, or at least they were on the radio. Love and Affection on the radio. That's 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Hysteria, 8. Gods of War, I know it's on the radio. Maybe it wasn't a single back then, but so either 8 or 9 singles, and they only had 12 songs. So how do you? And they were all hits. I mean, it was just a great album, and I don't care what anybody says. You could complain about things being overproduced or whatever. Doesn't matter. It still was a great song. It was everything that they were before, taken to the next level. As far as I'm concerned, and you could never beat this, and they never did. A lot of bands had that happen. What is that? Was this Bob Rock that produced it? Maybe. I don't know. I guess I could find out, but it ain't on that one. But it's. Let's see. Definitely. I don't know, guys, but Bob Rock and who's the other one? Mutt Lang. Yeah, Mutt Lang. I think he did this one. But those guys, Rick Rubin and all those guys put, they knew how to make hit albums, and they did it. I mean, and I don't know why they didn't go back, because a lot of them were like one and dones with certain bands, and that one was an amazing album, and then they never got that producer again. And I just always wondered why they couldn't go back and do that, because like Def Leppard is a prime example. Is like, it's like they forgot how to be Def Leppard, and so their stuff after that, not much has been great, after the first 5, and people will argue, well, they haven't been great since the first one, but those people I don't really give any credit to. This one is one I won. I'm going to try to trade it in. I have no idea really what it is. It's Azalea Banks, 1991. So it's either an EP or a single. It's got 4 songs. 1991, Licorice, 212, featuring Lazy J and Van Vogue. She's a pretty lady, but I don't know what it is. It's probably like R&B. I doubt it's hip hop. It might be. I don't know. But I'm going to try to trade it in because I have no use for it, because I don't know what it is, and I didn't want it, but I want it. Then the next one is a band that I've only got 1 CD by them. I'm gonna pull it out if I can see it. EFG. I paid $10 for this. And it's not going to be one I can get to. I think. I wanted to see something. Bert to Andy. I wanted to pull this out earlier and I forgot. I'm not going to be able to get to it. Anyway, there's a band, there's an album by this band called Wolverine Blues that had some connection to the Marvel Comics character Wolverine. I'm not sure if it was just in artwork or what. I don't think it was on the cover that I have, but I think there's some artwork in it that showed comics, and I was big into comics, so. But Entombed, this one is called Clandestine, and it's an indie exclusive Deep Purple edition. Now this is like, I guess, black metal kind of stuff, but you can understand the vocals, and so that's okay with me. It's not something I'm going to listen to a lot, but for $10, I figured, hey, why not? You know, it's a band I at least knew. That's Deep Purple, guys. That's what that color is called. It's a pretty good album. I only listened to it twice so far. It's not going to be something I pull out a lot, but every once in a while when I'm in a mood for something a little heavier, I pull out certain things, and this will be on the list, I guess. You know, it's got some crazy artwork on the front there. I'm not sure exactly what's going on. There's like these bodies or something coming out of this bricks, out of the cement stuff or cave or whatever that is. I don't know. Entombed, heavy stuff. Earache, you know, album. If you know anything that's on Earache, you know it's heavy. But I got that for $10. Then I got one that I paid $15 for. I wasn't gonna buy it, but I thought about it, and after thinking about it for too long, I just said, go ahead and I'm gonna get it. And so that is Imagine Dragons, Night Visions, limited edition color vinyl. So I've played this one already. It's open, sort of. Now, I don't know why bands do this. Why? But there's this color photo. It's like a print, basically, that you could frame, I guess, and hang it up. But it's not the same picture as the actual cover. It's the same scene, but from the opposite angle, and it's much more vibrant colors, whereas this is muted and sad looking colors. Back is blank. Got the band on the inside with lyrics and stuff. This one's got, Imagine Dragons got some good songs. I ain't gonna lie, they're like pop alternative kind of stuff, but too much of them is too much. This has got 2 records. Ooh, on this lemon colored vinyl with black labels on both of them. Paper sleeve, no whatever on the inside there. Got some of their bigger hits. It's got Radioactive, Demons. Those are the 2 songs all the songs you really need. Radioactive, Demons. I think there's one more hit on here, and then there's 2 demos on the last side. But check that out if you know who they are. They got a couple other songs that I hear on the radio every now and then, but if this would have been, I don't know, if it would have been cheaper, I guess I wouldn't feel that bad about it. I don't feel that bad about it now, but it's like, man, I paid $15 for 2 songs that I really like, and then the rest of it is, you know. So, but when they get a good hit song, they do well with that. But their album stuff, not that great, guys. But we'll keep it. I don't know that I'll be buying any more if they come up, unless they're like $10, maybe. This one, I've been wanting to check this band out for a while, and I just never got around to doing it. And so I saw this. This was $10, and the Struts, Pretty Vicious. That's some legs right there, guys. Woo! And there's the girl with her white patch of hair and her dark hair. I've listened to this a couple times. It's kind of a alternative rock kind of stuff. A little bit poppy at points. I know they have a hit song. I don't know what it is, but I know they had at least one or two hit songs. Now we got the band. I'm kind of liking this big photos with this. It looks like the Union Jack flag for Great Britain in the background, but it's got this purplish feel through it, you know, and I'm kind of digging that. The record's pretty good. I don't know if I showed the back. Nothing on here that I know of as hits, but I'll show you the track listing in case somebody. I've listened to this about 4 or 5 times. Pretty good. Lyrics. Then we've got Purple. Kind of nice. It's purple. It's not. It's kind of a little pinker than purple, but purple nonetheless. Fuchsia, is that a word? I don't know if that's fuchsia. Late, guys. It ain't that late, but it's late enough for me not to know my colors. Then the next one is one that I've been wanting to check this band out for, I don't know, maybe like 20 years, 30 years, however long they've been around, and never got around to doing it. And VC Vinyl had a second, they have another one, or they had another one, and I missed it every time because I didn't have any money or whatever the case may have been that day. I've never been to buy it, but I saw this one, and I think I paid $15 on this one. This was either 10 or 15. I don't know. I think I might have got a deal on it. But it's Government Mule, Revolution Come Revolution Go, featuring Sarah Surrender and Stone Cold Rage. 2-disc, 180-gram black vinyl, includes digital download. And I haven't opened this one yet, so we're going to open that one on camera. Maybe. I don't have I thought these were all open, so I don't have a pick or anything, but we'll just do it like that. Do it like that. Hey. Aha. All right, we got song lyrics and photos of the band. These are like, I believe they're like I don't want to say southern rock, but something like that, you know. I don't know. What we got? We got a download card. But I've been wanting to check them out, and they got another one. It's got like a what do they call that? A water wheel kind of looking thing on the front. On the other one, and then there was this one, and the other one is one I want to get, but I can't get it. I don't know how many albums they have. I know there's got to be like 10, but VC Vinyl just had the 2. So we've got plain white sleeves, black vinyl with a little star, Government Mule. On that one. Just got a couple more things, guys. We can get rid of this episode. Then we've got a yellow, a white star. I mean, white circle with the red star, and then a yellow star. So I don't know why that one, those sides are different on both sides. The other one isn't. I don't know. Maybe there's something about this record that's different. Maybe it's got live versions or something. I don't know, guys. I don't know. I don't know nothing about this band. But we're gonna find out. Sarah Surrender. Do I know that song? I don't know. Only got 12 songs. But I'm gonna listen to this one as soon as I can, now that it's open. So if I clean some records this weekend, I'll be able to listen to a lot of this stuff, because that's usually what happens. I start cleaning records and I start listening to records. A little download card. Boop. Okay. I think we got 2 more and we'll be done. Then we got one I got for $10. This is a person that I've heard of, but I didn't think I owned anything by her, and apparently I have like 3 or 4 albums on MP3s. Where I got them, I don't know, and I never listened to them before, but until recently I listened to a couple of them. But KT Tunstall, transparent, cloudy, clear colored vinyl. This name is Wax is the name of this album. So pretty good. She's like a like alternative guitar player, you know. Kind of 90s style. Very nice. This one also looks like it's got a scratch on it. I don't know if you guys can see it, but like right, can you see it? Like right here. It looks like it's scratched, but it's just the way the vinyl is. I don't know if you can see it on that side. It's actually easier to see in my world over here on this side, which you couldn't see it at all, I don't think. But listen to this. This is pretty good. I've listened to a couple of the other ones that I have on MP3. I think I've got 4 albums on MP3, 3 or 4, and I know I've listened to 2 of them. It's all pretty good stuff. I mean, I don't know where I got those from, but when I saw this, I was like, oh, I want to get that because I've heard of her for a long time, and I don't know anything about her. So now I've probably got at least half of her albums in some format, and I didn't even know. So, but this is the only one I got on vinyl for sure. And then the last thing was another one I got for 10. I think this one's been going for more lately, but I just happened to be there already. Although mine's got a seam split on the top. This is a band that I bought one of their records. I can't remember anything about it. I listened to it one time so far, but I saw this and I was like, well, I don't remember if I liked that band or didn't like that band, so I'm gonna buy it. $10, and it's Palais Royale Fever Dream. It's a sticker on there. Comes with its own little sealed bag thing. See, it's split on the top. I don't remember what they were. I don't know if they're alternative punk. I don't think they're punk. They look like, like they're like English alternative rock kind of stuff. Cool painting, but everybody's got their eyes blocked out, it looks like. I don't know if this is like a Michelangelo painting or something. I don't know. I'm not sure, but not everybody has their... maybe they all do, I don't know. But eyes blacked out. Got a insert that I can't get out. Nice little insert. Photo of the band. Guy's got the emo hair stuff going there. Let's see what I'm talking about. And again, that guy right there. Emo hair. And the lyric sheet with little artwork for each song, both sides, and we got black vinyl. So I know I paid 10 for this, and I believe people are paying like 15 or 20 now, maybe. I don't know. I just seen it get bid up a couple times, and I'm like, why are y'all bidding that up? Nobody knows who they are. I don't know. I gotta grab the other one, and I'll listen to both of them at the same time. But Made in Czech Republic. But anyway, that is all that I have in my current haul. And as I said at the beginning, this will not be my final episode, but it will be the last episode for a while. It will be the last episode of new stuff, definitely for a while. If I decide to do something else, it will not be new stuff. It'll just be a theme show, which is probably what I need to be doing anyway. You know, I just gotta, you know, unless somebody's got $1,500 they want to give me, I gotta get this stuff paid down. And I know people will be like, oh, just pay them $10 a month for the rest of your life or whatever. And I'm not beyond doing that. You know, my mom did it for God knows how many years. But my mom did it so long that they, the bank, not the bank, the hospital, like, claimed it on their taxes or whatever and cleared her debt. But no, I'm not that kind of person, really. If I owe somebody money, I try to pay them back. And I don't know what I did with the bag for this. And it bothers me to have debt for a long time. And I already got my credit card has been maxed out, you know, so I can't. I wanted to clear that this year, and I can't. It's because of this. So I'm going to do my best to take care of that, and then we'll go back to buying some stuff and doing whatever. I'm hoping that this is all done before the next record store day in October. I'm hoping we're clear with everything. I don't have to. I only got one. I go back to the doctor one more time just for a checkup kind of thing in August. But I don't expect there to be anything else. I mean, all the results came back, you know, decent enough to that there's really nothing wrong. They were like, you know, it's pretty average for somebody my age. So, but you know, got to do what I got to do, and I'll see you guys later. If anybody wants to leave comments or suggest anything, or you know, send me $1,500, let me know in the comments, and I will talk to you guys later. Bye.